Hold on a second. Let me forget it.
Dude, the logo's on this side, man. It's like when somebody gets a rental car or whatever and doesn't know what side the gas can's on, you know? Or the gas tank like thing. Barefoot Paddler on the water, starting the season. Are you getting people nowadays that you either because you've been doing this for this long now, like 14 years or 13 years or something? So the duration you've been out here, plus now you got the business, you got the digital portage data, you're doing like interesting locations in the wilderness, and so there's that component of it that maybe people are noticing you from the website and stuff too, you know? Like you're getting this presence, but also like the podcast and your presentation at Chickwalk, like you're now starting to become pretty known. Like are people seeing you in the wilderness and immediately identifying you, in other words?
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, yeah. It's been a lot of fun. All of it has. You know, the podcasts have been, fun. That's what started, a lot of it. And then the Chickwalk thing was a lot of fun last year. I'm asking you, Mark, partially because I've been hearing from people since last entry point in particular that are like, I met that guy. I met the Barefoot Paddler on Stairway Portage. I met him on over at Lac LaCroix. I met him at Mudrow. Like pretty much anywhere and everywhere. People
exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if you know about that like people are now identifying you or like making the connection that you're out here in sort of a character of the woods,
Just occasionally I run into people year after year, and then I'll, they'll remember me. It's tough for me to remember people until I remember the conversation with them, and then once I remember, I can pinpoint actually pretty good the locations I've talked to them at and everything like that. So the conversations, that means that they're all meaningful. Really is what it amounts to, right?
That's right.
So even if it's just a short conversation with people, I try to, it means they're meaningful, I guess, ultimately.
Yeah. That's right. That's really cool takeaway.
If I only meet somebody once, I don't hear the story behind it. But I hope they're good. I always try to, like Boy Scouts that I meet, I always try to teach them a little bit about the land, or any type of group, I guess, really, or whatever else. If I know something about the area, little tips or whatever, It's nice to share it.
Right. How's it feeling to be on the water again? Start the season here.
Nice. It's always nice to be on the boat again.
Home for the next X number of months, 6 or 7 months or something.
We'll see how it goes. I'd really like to finish my project this year. So we'll see how that goes.
And that's mapping out like unique features in the wilderness and stuff.
All the campsites. I'll have all the trails, all the portages, canoe ones. I'll get to the hiking trails, but all the campsites. I'm gonna have points of interest. I'm gonna try to put like all the resorts and outfitters and stuff like that on there. But I'm trying to do like lookouts, waterfalls, everything into one like big database thing. So I got like 1,250 campsites done last year, and if there's only like 2,000, that means I'm more than halfway done. So realistically, I should be able to finish it. We'll see.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
What's that paddle you got there? Kayak? Is that Benny Branches or?
Yeah, it's Impression. Yeah, I really like it. I wasn't too sure about the wood at first, and I did break one, but I would get another one if I broke this one too. So I like the wood. The carbon's nice. This is probably about the same weight, maybe a little heavier, but it looks good. Although wood, you can see wood when you're paddling. You can see this from a distance, right? If I'm in a black shirt, and a black canoe and a black paddle, if I'm going across and it's, you can't see me from a distance, right? So the paddle makes me a little more noticeable.
Yeah. You like that? You want people to see you coming?
Not really, not usually. You know, not that I want to sneak up on people, but I mean, like, you know, I like being able just to kind of hide along the, you know, the perimeter of the lakes. But this is, you know, it's got style points.
Yeah.
Definitely style points, yeah.
Right on. What do you like about May and this early season when you get out there?
I like that you can see through the woods, right? I like to be able just to go look through the woods and be able to see everything. You find a lot of junk.
Like,
you know,
what kind of stuff? Like
around campsites, just everything that people left from the prior year when there was leaves, right? And then in the fall, you know, all the leaves fall down over the top of the stuff. But the spring, you know, it is kind of opens it back up, so you find a lot of stuff in the spring.
What's something you found in the, like?
The other day, I just found a snow stake and 2 other tent stakes the other day. I found so much crap over the years. It'd be nice to get it back there. I mean, I don't know who, you know, I found a Benchmade knife, was it last year? Which Benchmade knives, you know, it's $100 right off the bat for a cheap one, right?
Yeah.
I know that's what I use. But anyways, this guy lost. I found one, and I sent a message to my buddy. I was like, hey, I found a Benchmade. And he's like, oh, cool, whatever. And then like a week later, he sent me a picture that somebody on Facebook said, hey, lost a Benchmade about this location, which is where I found it. So I did message him, and I was able to get it back to its owner. So that was cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
So some stuff, you know, I do get back, and I would be disappointed. I actually lost one of my Benchmades the other year, and so I know what it's like to lose one. So, you know, yeah, I never was like, hey, I lost it. I probably should have been, because I guess it worked. Yeah,
how's the fishing for you in May, and how's that go?
Usually it's decent, you know. Well, typically, you know, before opener, if I was to get in here before opener, which, you know, a few days, but I shoot up to the border because you got different laws, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, this year I guess I can really go anywhere. Fishing's good. It all, you know, I only need one fish. You know, it all just matters, you know, how long I can take it. You know, I'm just more excited for, you know, the vegetation to start coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the wildlife and moose calves and all that happening, and bears coming out of hibernation, stuff like that?
Yeah, well, you know, it's spring, you know. Yeah, everybody's enjoying the nice weather. You know, spring. I mean, yeah, sure. I guess I occasionally have problems with bears in the spring, but never really too big of a deal, you know. I don't know. I don't know if they treat me different because I'm a soloist, or if they just, you know, maybe they just recognize me by this point.
It's the Barefoot Paddler, just like everybody else recognizes you, like we were saying.
I'm gonna have to spell barefoot B-A-A-R.
Yes, not there on the website. Check it out, barefootpaddler.com. Mark, we look forward to a great season in the Boundary Waters and hearing how things go for you. Always fun to catch up, especially here, just maybe a day or even hours after the ice came out. So really nice to get reacquainted over here on the Ely side. Good to see you, Mark.
Yeah, good to see you, Joe.